So I've been thinking recently about one thing that's been bothering me, and it's the fact that butterflies can't exist. And hear me out on that. When I say a butterfly can't exist, I don't mean it can't exist as in like they aren't real, the government is making them. I'm saying a butterfly shouldn't have evolved. And it's been on my mind and it's been bugging me. Now, a butterfly is a good insect, and a caterpillar is a good insect, and both of them can do what they need to do to survive. They can both eat, poop, reproduce. The problem is, why is it that the caterpillar can turn into the butterfly, and at what point in evolution did this happen? Because I see a problem where for the butterfly to actually exist, what has to happen is the caterpillar actually has to turn into soup. Right here, in the chrysalis form, the caterpillar has to turn into a soup. And through genetic evolution, there must have been a point where the caterpillar turned into soup and didn't have a cocoon, or the cocoon evolved before the soup. I need to know. What? So they're both linked to flowering plants, but they. What about the soup? What about the insect soup? The part in which the little itty bitty caterpillar says, "Aight fam, I'm out, I'm gonna become soup." I don't see anything about the soup. So maybe. So they use the ferns as host plants. Did they turn into soup and crawl inside of a plant to do it first? Butterflies can't exist. End of line. End of the line. Butterfly soup. You see what I'm talking about. You have a caterpillar, it's crawling around, doing its thing, and one day it says, you know what? What the fuck is butterfly soup? It's a video game. I wasn't expecting that. What in the hell? We're gonna try that again. How does bug soup become a butterfly? Thank the Lord.
I can't believe it.
What?
I can't believe it either.
Kevin a big head?
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save with Geico.
You're probably familiar with the
annoying.
basic life cycle of moths and butterflies. An egg hatches into a caterpillar,
I'm
which
not.
becomes a pupa,
This is why I'm
which then
looking
transforms
this up.
into a fully grown moth or butterfly. But that transformation isn't easy. If you sliced open a pupa at just the right point.
Alright. So, my recording got messed up. Back to butterfly soup. Why doesn't it just remember that I just searched butterfly soup? Give me the video I just watched. Alright. This is what I searched last time when it came up. There it is. Butterfly, yeah.
Even hatch. They have these tiny clumps of
Yeah,
They have
this
these
is where I
tiny
was.
clumps of cells called imaginal discs spread around.
The imaginal discs. So you have butterfly soup. Shouldn't exist in the first place. The imaginal discs, apparently, they're in the caterpillar already, and the caterpillar walks around its entire life with these little discs living in it that don't do anything until one day they tell it, climb a tree, make a cocoon, this is your new life. You're gonna be soup. And then the discs tell the caterpillar to release enzymes, and that dissolves the caterpillar's body. Terrifying. I don't have enzymes in me that'll dissolve my body on command. I don't want those. No creature should have those. Caterpillars have them. Anyway, the soup then uses the imaginal discs. They all float around in their appropriate places in the soup. And then they turn into wings and stuff like that. Let's listen.
On their bodies. And during metamorphosis, each disc develops into a different part of the adult butterfly or moth. When a caterpillar becomes a pupa, it releases
They're the enzymes.
enzymes that dissolve almost all of its tissues. Only the imaginal melts into goo. This
Yeah, that's what I want.
protein-rich slurry helps fuel an explosion of new cell division, as the imaginal discs grow into full-fledged wings, eyes, and legs for the adult
Somewhere
insect.
it's gonna start
But
talking
even though
about
they
them.
almost totally dissolve
Zombie.
and rebuild themselves from scratch,
Tell me about
adult
it.
moths can actually remember.
There it is. They can remember. So the butterfly soup holds memories. We should be using this in fucking computers. Like here's your soup computer. It can hold 1.5 million gigaflops of information. It works on cellular technology, apparently. We can use caterpillars to store information, or the caterpillars can remember something from when they were a caterpillar, turn into soup, and then back into a butterfly, or not back into a butterfly, they turn into a completely different insect entirely, and they retain memories, but the brain gets dissolved. So without a brain, they retain memories, and without a brain, you can't hold memories. How does a caterpillar hold its memories? Caterpillars are transdimensional. Caterpillars are transdimensional insects. They keep their memories in another dimension, and they can pull them out whenever they want. It's the only answer for butterfly soup holding memories.
Things from when they were caterpillars. In one study, researchers gave mild electric shocks to tobacco
That's just
hornworm
cruel.
caterpillars, a type of moth, while exposing them to specific smells. After
I
metamorphosis,
hope they were
the
good
adult
smells.
moths still avoided the smells they'd learned
Apparently
to
they weren't.
associate with unpleasant shocks. So at least some of the caterpillar's brain seems to stick around through metamorphosis.
But the caterpillar's brain turns into soup.
Even as most of its body dissolves. Even though metamorphosis is a complicated process, we know that it's helpful for insect species. The total rearrangement of body parts means
So, therein lies why it might have happened. You have a caterpillar way back in the day, runs out of food, and it says, damn, if only I could fly. And then nature helps the caterpillar helps itself, but the caterpillar somehow then spends its time evolving wings. And not just wings, a whole new system of growing where it turns itself into a chrysalis, makes a chrysalis around it, and then in the chrysalis turns itself into soup. How is that necessary for it to grow wings? Couldn't a caterpillar just have vestigial wings that just grow throughout its lifetime, and then at some point it just takes off and it would be like 80% what a butterfly is? How did it get such a difficult process to create these creatures? They can't be real.